Is the concept of twin flame or karmic love true, or is it a lie? Does twin flame exist? Yes or no? As an instant healing hypnotherapist with expertise in relationship psychology and as a student of spiritual science and spiritual psychology, I can tell you that the answer is yes and no. Yes, and we are going to talk about that. No, because it's not what you think it is. But before we dive into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and leave a lovely comment to show some love. There is a very big connection between spiritual science and relationship psychology, and they both come together in harmony. We just haven't been able to connect the dots yet. But I'm going to help you connect the dots. Let's start with the first thing. What is the definition of twin flame? Now, by essence, twin flame means one soul that is split into two different bodies and that are destined to meet in this lifetime. And by meeting one another, they will be able to recognize one another and they will have this instant connection with one another. And they are destined to transform one another. They are destined to trigger the transformation in one another so that they can coexist. Now, in essence, this is what the definition of twin flame is. Now, let's see if you have met your twin flames. Here are 5 signs if you have already met your twin flame. The first one is you will feel an instant and intense attraction towards this particular person. The moment you come in contact with this particular person, you will instantly feel attracted to them. There will be such an intense attraction toward this person that you wouldn't be able to deny it. Now, this brings us to the second sign, which is you will feel that you both have a past life connection or a sense of we have already met and I can feel that chemistry between us. The third sign is the relationship will involve a lot of trials. That means there will be extreme highs and then crash and burn. Extreme highs, then again crash and burn. The fourth sign is you just can't let them go. No matter how much you try, it hurts you. It almost feels like without them, you just cannot exist. The fifth sign is the relationship almost feels like a karmic relationship, or this relationship needs to have its redemption arc. That means you need to fulfill all the trials so that you both can coexist. Now, these are the 5 signs if you have met your twin flame. Now, here is a very interesting take on these 5 signs with relationship psychology. Now, if I paraphrase these 5 signs, they highly correlate with trauma bond. Now, I want you to pay close attention to this because this is going to get very interesting. Because these are the same signs that we have found in relationship psychology with regards to trauma bond. During trauma bond, you have an intense and instant attraction towards the particular person who reminds you of your past trauma. But the past trauma that we are talking about is not from your previous life, but from your childhood, your very connection with your parents. And in your past, in your childhood, you might have had extreme highs and lows with your parents or within those relationship dynamics. And what does extreme highs and lows does to our subconscious mind? It reinforces that particular neurological state. It's the same with addiction or gambling. If you don't have it, you feel like you just want it. You can't be without it. But once you have it, you feel good. But is it good for you? Not exactly. And you can't let it go because there is subconscious familiarity. Our subconscious mind works on subconscious familiarity. Whatever feels familiar to our subconscious mind will get attracted to that particular dynamic person or attract those kind of people into our reality. That is one of the biggest reasons when you meet your twin flame, you just can't let go because they remind you of your trauma. The subconscious familiarity with your trauma is so high that you just can't leave them. And within trauma bond, there is also a redemption arc. You are trying to get access to the love you never got in your childhood through the romantic relationship or through your partner, which is your redemption arc. Now, can you see that there is a very big relationship between spiritual psychology and relationship psychology, twin flame and relationship psychology? However, what happens is your mind creates it into a spiritual journey to justify the emotional pain as a sort of a karmic love arc. You see, trauma bond is the same thing but in relationship psychology. And trauma bond develops as a result of our emotional connection with our parents, and how our emotional connection with each of our parents was determines certain traits that develop within our subconscious mind, or the traits that never develop in our subconscious mind, or what we have in deficit. And as a byproduct of that, we keep attracting partners who trigger those same traumas into our life, which a lot of the people might confuse with karmic love arc. But in reality, this is what we call toxic recurring pattern in relationships. Now, to answer one of the biggest questions, does our twin flame exist? The answer is yes. Now, let me give you my own example and explain to you how twin flames actually exist. Now, the way I define twin flame, this is my definition, and you don't have to agree with that, but this is how I define twin flame by understanding the spiritual psychology and the relationship psychology. Twin flame is a person who resembles your childhood trauma with the highest probability. Or in fact, they can make your childhood trauma even 10x. It is so intense, your subconscious mind feels so attracted to them because it reminds your subconscious mind of the trauma that you went through with your parents in your childhood. And we come across a lot of different people in our life with whom we repeat this cycle. But there comes a person in our life who we call our twin flame, who has the highest probability of a match with our trauma bond. Now, I met a girl and I felt she was my twin flame because the chemistry and attraction was instant. It was sort of a relationship that I felt like this is my redemption arc. However, that relationship went through a lot of trials. It made me face a lot of my childhood traumas, and just like it says in the twin flame arc that you are meant to transform yourself, I believe when you meet your twin flame, someone who resembles your childhood trauma with the highest probability, it pushes you to a point in your life where you have two options. Either you give up on the whole concept of love, or people can take extreme actions in their life that is not good for them, or it pushes you to a point where you question yourself whether you want to transform yourself and change yourself so that this never ever happens again. And that's the path that I took. And that started my journey to become an instant healing hypnotherapist. And that's when I dived into understanding the concept of what is twin flame, what is relationship psychology, what is trauma bond. And that's when I understood that they all come together. They all are talking about the same thing. Whether you talk about twin flames or attracting a healthy, long-term, sustainable relationship, the process remains the same. Because if we are talking about the twin flame, the emphasis on transformation is quite important. A twin flame might trigger your traumas and it will ask you to transform so that you can become a magnet for either your twin flame or healthy love in your life. And that's exactly what I did. I started my transformation. I understood that there is a lot of trauma from my childhood that I need to remove. So I became an instant healing hypnotherapist. I started removing my father wound, my mother wound. And the moment I started removing that, the whole concept of twin flame became even more clear for me. And I realized once I removed my father wound, all the father influence traits that include self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-respect, sense of identity, were all balanced inside my subconscious mind. And once I remove my mother wound, all the traits that are influenced by the mother, such as empathy, expression of love, nurturing, creativity, and spirituality, all of them were balanced as well. And in relationship psychology, you need to understand something. We always attract what we are subconsciously familiar with. That's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of the people keep attracting relationships that replay their childhood trauma. But what if you heal all your father-related wound and mother-related wound? Then you attract someone who has all the traits balanced and the relationship flows easily. That's exactly what I experienced. Now, let me give you another great example that is going to completely blow your mind. Approximately 90% of the people who walk into my 15 days instant healing program have already met their twin flame. Now, some of them admit it, some of them don't, but I can assess that they have already met their twin flame and they are on the verge of making that decision, whether they want to quit on the idea of love or they want to start their self-transformation journey. And I assess this in my free mini therapy session. Why would I even offer you guys a free mini therapy session? Because I'm trying to assess if you are on the verge of making that decision for yourself. Are you pushed to a point in your life where you are willing to do everything that is possible to transform yourself? Because only once you are in that subconscious mindset can you transform, and the transformation is instant. Now, the most interesting part. Most of my clients, I'm not saying all, if you have seen a lot of my client testimonial, you might observe a lot of them have been able to attract their ex back or their twin flame. This happens, and I have seen that again and again. It happened even in my life. Once I healed my father wound and my mother wound, I was able to attract back that exact same twin flame, not once, twice. And it happens. Why? It happens because we are all subconsciously connected with our past partners. And we are all attracted towards people on the higher vibration or people who have higher subconscious balance in their subconscious mind, or people who have transformed themselves or who have higher value proposition. And our exes usually are connected to us, and once they see higher value proposition with us, they try to come back to us. Now, many of my clients got married to their exes, some refused their exes, some are still dating. I do not recommend people what to do with their ex. I do not endorse the idea of going into relationship with your ex. However, I have my own reasons, but I do not tell people what to do if their ex ever comes back. But the reality is, whether your twin flame comes back or not, your ex comes back or not, or you want to attract a healthy, long-term, sustainable relationship, you need to go into your subconscious mind and remove any kind of a father wound or mother wound that is creating a ripple effect or a toxic recurring pattern in your life, which you might be calling karmic love arc. And once you remove that, you become a magnet for long-term, healthy, sustainable relationship. Because up until now, you have been attracting relationship based upon your trauma. But what if we remove that trauma from your subconscious mind? Because once we remove that, you end up attracting healthy love into your life. And that's exactly what I help you achieve with my 15 days instant healing program. Because my entire 15 days instant healing program is inspired by my own transformation, the method that I have used on myself, the results that I have gotten by using all these techniques, and I summarize them into these 15 days to fast track your transformation. And the only reason I choose people above the age of 30 is because most likely they might have come across their twin flame by now. or someone who might have pushed them to the edge to the point where they want to transform themselves. I do not accept people who are below 30 because in my experience, people who come to me after their 30s have had a series of relationship and they have tried sort of each and everything and they realize that they need a different approach, and that's when their subconscious mind is ready to take a different approach. And that's where I come in and I introduce them to the concept of instant healing hypnosis so that you can get inside your subconscious mind and remove any kind of trauma or blockage in less than 2 to 3 minutes using instant healing hypnosis. And I give you guys the roadmap so that once you learn the art of instant healing hypnosis from me, you can get inside your subconscious mind and remove all the blockages so that you become a magnet for whatever you truly desire. But in week number 2, I also teach you conversational hypnosis, and conversational hypnosis is the art of having casual conversation with anyone, and in less than a minute of casual conversation, you make them feel attracted to you. And that is a game changer because all relationships rely on communication and you need to master the art of communication. And once you combine both of these together, you become irresistible to long-term, healthy, sustainable relationship, and you end up attracting the love that you truly desire. If you would be interested in that, you can sign up for a free mini therapy session with me. I'll leave a link in the description. However, for those of you who are like, I'm not yet ready for this particular program, I'm not sure if instant healing hypnosis would work for me. For those of you, I have launched my instant heartbreak healing mastery course. Now, this is the first step to understanding how powerful your subconscious mind is. In this course, I take you through several different advanced modules of instant healing hypnosis, and I help you overcome your heartbreak. So within just 90 minutes, you're going to learn a lot of the advanced concepts about how our subconscious mind operates, and you're going to master how you can get inside your subconscious mind and remove a heartbreak in less than 2 to 3 minutes. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. Now, I want you all to write down in the comments what you have experienced in your life, and did this video give you guys an insight into understanding the significance of what spiritual science says and what relationship psychology says, and can you find the correlation between these two? I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay happy, stay blessed, and keep healing.